I'm talking about dating in Korea again, and this time I want to talk about something that has to do with my personal preference. I mean, before I'm talking about things that kind of happen, this is something I personally notice a lot, and I don't particularly like it. I'll just start off and say it that often I meet girls who I guess they don't have very distinct hobbies. That has not to do with them really, but it's a cultural thing. For example, students spend so much time studying. They might take more artistic hagwons when they're young. Like a lot of people take piano lessons when they're young, or they might go to an art hagwon, but especially when they get to university and they're focusing on the major, they usually have to stop this stuff. If they're working in an office, their hours might be really late, all like 5 days a week, and the weekends they just crash and they don't have time to like focus on like making videos or stuff like that. I don't blame people like that. I feel sympathy for them because, that's just the life they have to deal with. But in terms of like finding someone to date, I don't personally like that. I say like, oh, what are your hobbies? And the girl says like, oh, just meeting friends or just watching movies.
Or listening to music.
Yeah. And personally, I think like that's not really a hobby. That's just stuff people do. I mean, you meet friends because you have time to meet friends. I mean, unless you're like a film critic and you're watching like 5 movies every week or something and writing them up, it's also doesn't seem like a particularly unique hobby to have. People like to do that to kill time usually, and they just do it for entertainment purposes. I'm not judging, why people are doing stuff. Like, the arts are just not that encouraged in Korean society. When I was a student, I remember there was an article in the student paper saying like, oh, the liberal arts departments are shrinking because of that. On top of that, though, one issue that concerns me in 2 different ways is how people manage their free time here. Like I said, they don't have much, but when they do have free time, for example, couples, they are usually always together during the free time because that's when they can see each other, but that's all they do. I have friends who I never see because they're in relationships and they only hang out with their girlfriends or boyfriends. Or then like if it's a Friday night, people are like, oh, I have to go clubbing, I have to go to a bar drinking. And which is, it's fun, but like as a foreigner, I've talked to many foreigners who've been here, like after 2 or so years, they do that and they're like, well, I'm kind of bored because that's all I do in my free time. I feel like relationships should be not like each other's entire existence, like not all they do, not just, you don't just date someone to find a way to occupy your free time, to occupy all your thoughts. You date them because you enjoy their company and you enjoy things about them, you enjoy doing things together, but you still have your own life. I think it's really important. I can understand that there are so many different aspects of Korean society that make it hard for people to like develop their own things, like to have free time to do this kind of stuff and to date someone. Some people don't even have enough time to just date. I mean, I'm not like saying it's wrong to do this. Just like me personally, I think it's good to have a balance between everything. I feel like also people who have unique interests are also more interesting personalities. Like they're funnier, or they have things to talk about. I guess those are my thoughts about dating in Korea regarding free time and how people use it. I think it's a big deal when, choosing what you want, why you want to date someone and what you want to do with them, and how you want to balance that with the rest of your life.